Do you know the saying that there aren't such things as coincidences? Well, imagine this. At this very moment, an ethereal force is desperately trying to reach you. Not through your phone or social media, but through the very fabric of reality itself. Your spirit guide, a celestial mentor assigned uniquely to you, has been leaving clues scattered throughout your daily life. But here's the thing. You've been missing them all along. In this video, we're about to unravel the 9 mind-blowing signs that your spirit guide is reaching out to you right now. These aren't your run-of-the-mill signs. We're talking about phenomena so subtle yet so powerful, they could reshape your entire understanding of the universe. As the legendary Dolores Cannon once said, "The answers are within you, but sometimes you need a guide to show you where to look." Well, buckle up, because we're about to embark on a cosmic treasure hunt that could change your life forever. Are you ready to decode the messages your spirit guide has been sending you? Put down whatever you're doing and pay close attention. Imagine if I told you that the soft touch of the wind on your skin wasn't actually the wind. Think about this. As you sit in your chamber, deep in contemplation, a gentle hand lands on your shoulder. As you spin around, anticipating to find someone standing there, your heart races. There is, however, no one. With all windows closed and fans nowhere to be found, the room seems deserted. Maybe you're only dreaming, but what if there's more to it than that? The intriguing part starts here. These enigmatic touches are felt by many people. Approximately 1/3 of the population experiences unexplainable bodily feelings, according to research. The worst part is that these phantom touches usually happen when you're really stressed out or have to make a decision that will affect the rest of your life. Does it only happen by chance? Or is there a bigger picture that's attempting to grab your focus? Think about this. An impending deadline has you glued to your desk. The stakes are high, and you're about to snap. Out of nowhere, a soft tap lands on your back. Just hearing that makes you feel better. It's like someone is telling you, you've got this. However, no one is present when you turn around. This isn't some haphazard event. Something or someone is keeping an eye on you, and that's a clue. Your back and shoulders aren't the only places these ghostly touches might occur. Some say they felt a delicate, otherworldly hand on their head. It's like a subtle touch from an unseen hand, assuring you that everything will be all right. But what are the causes and interpretations of these feelings? The most interesting part is about to happen now. These strange bodily feelings aren't haphazard occurrences. Many people believe they are messages from the afterlife. Spirit guides may be attempting to make themselves known to you through these touches, according to experts in the area. This is how they want you to know that they are present. We will support you. A reassuring touch isn't necessarily all it is, though. A little push or tug could occur from time to time. Envision yourself deep in contemplation while you're on the verge of crossing a bustling street. Then all of a sudden, you sense a force drawing you back. As soon as you stop, a car races past you, barely avoiding collision. Did something attempt to defend you, or were your reflexes the only thing at work? A variety of feelings can be stirred up by such events. Some find it reassuring and comforting. Some people may experience a brief flutter of anxiety or doubt. The catch is that many people view these feelings as having both positive and negative aspects. They may serve as a sign of direction, a little push in the correct way. However, they can also operate as a cautionary tale, telling you to think things through before moving forward. I know what you're thinking. Why haven't I felt these touches? In all likelihood, you have. However, in this fast-paced society, it is easy to brush off these delicate feelings as a mental illusion. Everyday life gets in the way, and we fail to see these subtle messages from the universe. What does this imply for you personally? What this signifies is that you shouldn't ignore an unexplainable touch in the future. Stay focused. It may mark the beginning of an exceptional journey. It might be your guardian angel or other spiritual being trying to communicate with you. Have you ever experienced a song that lingers in your mind, refusing to fade away? Imagine if I revealed that it's not merely a coincidence, but rather a celestial communication designed specifically for you. Picture this. You awaken to a captivating melody echoing in your thoughts, playing on a delightful loop. Despite your efforts to dismiss it, the feeling lingers with you all day, akin to a relentless whisper from the universe. Now, let's dive into the exciting details. Later that day, an event unfolds that connects directly to that song. It could be the lyrics that suddenly resonate with clarity, or maybe the emotions they evoke align seamlessly with a situation you're currently navigating. Is it merely a coincidence? I believe that's not the case. Music therapists have consistently acknowledged the incredible ability of melodies to communicate messages and elicit profound emotional reactions. What if these earworms hold deeper significance beyond being merely catchy tunes? Could it be that they represent a unique way of spiritual communication? In ancient cultures, music was regarded as a powerful medium through which the divine could convey messages to humanity. They didn't merely enjoy music. They perceived it as a sacred connection linking our world to the spiritual realm. Can you believe it? They could have been onto something truly significant. Consider this. Have you ever observed how specific songs tend to emerge in your mind during the most unexpected times? Remember that moment when you faced a challenging decision, and out of nowhere, a melody began to play in your mind, with lyrics that seem to resonate perfectly with your situation. It's not merely your subconscious taking the reins. It might very well be your spiritual guide curating a unique soundtrack just for you. But here's the intriguing part. It's not solely about the lyrics. The vibration of music is thought to possess a high frequency that facilitates a connection between spirits, angels, and the human soul. It's as if they're surfing the sound waves directly into your mind, offering insights beautifully packaged in an engaging tune. You're not alone in this experience. A multitude of individuals share their experiences of gaining profound insights or guidance through the medium of songs. Individuals often remember particular lyrics that appear to address their inquiries or offer insight during difficult moments. The universe seems to align perfectly, providing you with the exact message you require at the most opportune moment. Do you recall those catchy tunes we discussed earlier? You know those catchy tunes that loop endlessly in your mind? They could actually be more than just a pesky side effect of catchy tunes. In the realm of spirituality, these recurring melodies are frequently seen as communications from your guides, particularly when the lyrics align with your present life challenges or choices. Now, let's dive into something truly fascinating. This cosmic playlist transcends the hits of today. Your spiritual guide may delve into the depths of your musical memory, unearthing a song that has long been forgotten. Out of nowhere, the song starts playing in your mind, and the lyrics feel perfectly crafted for what you're experiencing right now. What you're experiencing goes beyond mere nostalgia. It's a profound connection of spiritual synchronicity. Now, you may be pondering, but I encounter music constantly. How can I identify which songs convey messages? Let me share an intriguing insight. It truly revolves around the feeling. When a song arrives as a spiritual message, it often brings with it a profound significance, a resonance that transcends mere enjoyment of the melody. Prepare to experience a delightful sensation that may send a tingle down your spine, evoke a sudden rush of emotion, or instill an undeniable sense of significance connected to the song. It's also about engaging with the messages you receive. In numerous spiritual practices, music plays a vital role in rituals and ceremonies, enriching the connection to the divine and aiding in communication with spirit guides. It's akin to establishing a two-way radio channel with the universe, where melody serves as the signal. Next time a song unexpectedly surfaces in your mind, or you feel an irresistible pull towards a specific melody, take a moment to notice it. Pay attention to the lyrics, immerse yourself in the emotion of the melody, and reflect on the message it may hold for you. That catchy pop song could very well be the universe's unique method of delivering a cosmic text message to you. Your spiritual guide can connect with you through various forms of communication, so stay open to the possibilities. They are always seeking to connect with you, employing every possible method, even the universal language of music. Stay attentive and let your heart resonate. The next hit single on your personal spiritual radio station could play at any moment, keeping you on your toes and ready for inspiration. Imagine if I told you the universe is continuously trying to interact with you via something you come across every day. See this: lost in contemplation of a major decision you must make. You are strolling down the street. You suddenly notice something. It's little, spherical, sparkly. Laying there on the pavement, a coin seemed out of place. Though you might consider it to be a coincidence, what if it is far more? Allow us to explore the intriguing realm of coins and their latent spiritual meaning. These little metal discs are seen in many civilizations as potent lucky and prosperity symbols. Consider Chinese tradition, for instance. They consider coins as strong instruments for drawing riches and abundance, not only as money. Here's where it gets really fascinating, though. The actual worth of these coins could not be very great. Imagine for a moment that every penny you come across is a little metallic messenger dispatched by your spiritual guide. Sounds weird, right? Hear me out, though. Numerologists hold that numbers have particular vibrations and spiritual realm messages. Therefore, when you come into a coin, especially one with a specific date or number, it may be more than simply free change. It might be a celestial prod pointing you on your proper direction. The worst part is, though, it goes beyond mere statistics. About the timing, have you ever observed how these monies appear to materialize at the most exacting moments? Perhaps you find yourself bewildered or unsure and are having trouble making a difficult decision. Then suddenly you discover a penny in the most unusual location. Maybe your shoe, hidden in a nook of your bag, you swear you have checked 100 times. This is more than simply chance. Many people say they have found coins during pivotal events in their life, times when individuals are making important decisions or experiencing emotional upheaval. And here's the thing, these encounters usually make people feel consoled, as though they have gotten a cosmic pat on the back. The universe seems to be saying, "Hey, I notice you. You're in the correct direction. Never stop." You could be thinking now, come on, it's just a coin. How would it possibly imply anything? From a psychological standpoint, though, let's consider this. Discovering odd stuff, like coins, might set off astonishment and delight. It's like a small, daily positive flashpoint. And something fantastic happens when you begin to view these events as more than just chance. You start to notice your surroundings more deliberately. Your daily life begins to show trends, coincidences, and what some would consider to be synchronicities. This increased consciousness can affect everything. It's like turning on a frequency you never knew existed. You suddenly open yourself to direction more readily. Your intuition is more trusted. You relate more to something greater than yourself. And isn't that what each of us is yearning for on this crazy trip we call life? But wait, there is even more. Others extend this concept even farther. From their spirit guide, many see collecting coins as a direct kind of communication. These ghostly creatures seem to be guiding us across the ups and downs of life by leaving tiny breadcrumbs. Now, this concept has great force regardless of your belief of spirit guides or not. It helps us to think that we are supported even in trying circumstances and to trust in our road forward. This is when it becomes very fascinating. Searching for these coins might itself develop into a spiritual habit in and itself. Every finding reminds you to be receptive to the signals and messages all around you, like in a cosmic game of hide and seek. This transparency might cause great personal development and spiritual awakening. The world starts to change in your view. Common objects gain significance every day. That penny on the floor is a wink from the universe, not only a scent. The hitch is that you have to be open to seeing it. You have to be receptive to the idea that reality can have more than first greets the eye. It's about changing your viewpoint and about deciding to see enchantment in the everyday. And when you do, it feels as though you are wearing cosmic glasses. The world suddenly is full of significant coincidences and secret signals. Stop what you're doing and listen closely. What if I told you that the ringing in your ears isn't just a random noise, but a secret message from the universe? Imagine a world where every unexplained sound is actually a coded whisper from your spiritual guide. It sounds crazy, right? But here's where it gets mind-blowing. People all over the world are reporting these mysterious sounds right before life-changing events. You're sitting in your living room, lost in thought, when suddenly a high-pitched tone fills your ear. Most people would brush it off as tinnitus or blame it on that loud concert last week. But what if it's so much more? What if that sound is actually a cosmic doorbell, alerting you that your spiritual guide is trying to reach you? This isn't just some new age mumbo-jumbo. Cultures around the globe have long believed that these unexplained sounds are the voices of spirits attempting to communicate. It's like having a celestial hotline direct to your ear. But here's the kicker. It's not just about what you hear, it's about what you feel. Picture this. The ringing starts, but instead of being annoyed, you're suddenly enveloped in a sense of warmth and comfort. It's as if someone just wrapped you in a cozy blanket of positive energy. That's not just your imagination running wild. Many people report experiencing these exact sensations along with the ringing. Now you might be thinking, okay, but how do I know it's not just my mind playing tricks on me? Here's where it gets really interesting. Have you ever noticed that these sounds seem to pop up at the most uncanny moments? Maybe right before you receive an important phone call, or just as you're about to make a big decision. It's like your spiritual guide is tapping you on the shoulder, or in this case, the eardrum, saying, "Hey, pay attention. Something big is about to happen." But wait, there's more. These auditory experiences aren't just random occurrences. They often coincide with moments of heightened emotion or stress. It's as if your spiritual guide knows exactly when you need the most and is reaching out to offer guidance and support. Think about it. When was the last time you experienced that mysterious ringing? What was going on in your life at that moment? Now, let's talk about how you can start tuning into these cosmic whispers. The next time you experience that unexplained ringing, don't just wait for it to pass. Instead, try this. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and ask a question. It could be something you've been struggling with, or a decision you need to make. You might be surprised by the clarity that follows. But here's the real game changer. This isn't just about passive listening. It's about opening up a two-way communication channel with your spiritual guide. Many people report feeling a surge of intuition or receiving sudden insights during these moments. It's like your spiritual guide is using that ringing as a way to jumpstart your own inner wisdom. Imagine having a direct line to the universe's infinite wisdom, available anytime you need it. No need for fancy meditation techniques or expensive psychic readings. Your spiritual guide is right there, ready to chat, using the most accessible tool possible, your own ears. Now you might be wondering, why would my spiritual guide choose such a subtle way to communicate? Think about it. In our noisy, chaotic world, a quiet whisper can be more powerful than a shout. It forces you to slow down, to tune in, to really listen. It's like a cosmic game of hot and cold. The more you pay attention, the clearer the messages become. But here's the catch. You have to be willing to listen. You have to be open to the possibility that there's more to these sounds than meets the ear. It's about shifting your perspective, about choosing to see, or in this case, hear, the extraordinary in the ordinary. What if I told you that your nighttime adventures are more than just random firings of your brain? Imagine waking up from a dream so vivid, so intense, that it feels more real than your waking life. You can't shake the feeling that it meant something important, something beyond your understanding. Well, you're not alone. Throughout history, people have received guidance through dreams. Ancient cultures believed that dreams were a direct line to the spirit world. They saw them as omens, messages from beyond. But here's where it gets really interesting. Modern sleep scientists have discovered something that might just blow your mind. During REM sleep, our brains process complex information. But what if some of that information is coming from beyond our physical world? What if your spirit guide is using this time to communicate with you? Think about it. Have you ever had a dream that later came true? Or maybe you woke up with a solution to a problem that had been bothering you for weeks. These aren't just coincidences. They could be messages from your spiritual guide. But here's the kicker. You might be missing the most important part of the show. You see, many people report experiencing dreams that feel more real than waking life. These dreams often contain messages or guidance that leave a lasting impression. But if you're not paying attention, these precious insights could slip away like sand through your fingers. So what can you do to tune into this spiritual frequency? Well, it's simpler than you might think. Start keeping a dream journal. That's right. A simple notebook by your bed could be the key to unlocking a whole new level of spiritual communication. When you wake up, before you even check your phone or get out of bed, write down everything you remember about your dream. Every detail, no matter how small or strange it might seem. Over time, you'll start to notice patterns or recurring themes. These could be the breadcrumbs your spirit guide is leaving for you to follow. But wait, there's more. What if I told you that you could actually interact with your spirit guide during your dreams? It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But it's real, and it's called lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is when you become aware that you're dreaming while you're still in the dream. It's like being the director of your own movie. And once you master this skill, you can consciously seek out your spirit guide for communication and guidance. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but how do I know if these dreams are really messages from my spirit guide? Well, here's where it gets really fascinating. Many people report that their spirit guides appear in dreams as recognizable figures. They might provide clarity about a situation you're struggling with, or even warn you about potential dangers. But here's the thing. You don't have to wait for your spirit guide to show up. You can actually invite them into your dreams. Before you go to sleep, set an intention. Ask for guidance on a specific issue, or simply invite your spirit guide to communicate with you. This practice can increase the likelihood of receiving meaningful messages in your dreams. Now, I'm not saying that every dream you have is a message from your spirit guide. Sometimes, a dream is just a dream. But by paying attention, by being open to the possibility, you're tuning into a frequency that most people miss. You're opening a channel of communication that could transform your life. Stop what you're doing and take a deep breath. What if I told you that the air around you is alive with messages from beyond? Imagine a world where every scent carries a whisper from the other side. A world where your loved ones, long gone, can reach out and touch your heart with nothing more than a familiar fragrance. You're going about your day, lost in thought, when suddenly it hits you, the unmistakable scent of your grandmother's perfume. But she's been gone for years, and you're alone in your room. Your heart races as you look around, searching for the source, but there's nothing there, just you and that haunting, beautiful scent. Here's where it gets strange. These phantom smells aren't random. They appear at the most crucial moments of our lives. When you're facing a life-changing decision, or when grief threatens to overwhelm you. It's as if someone is trying to get your attention, to offer comfort or guidance when you need it most. But why scents? Why not just appear to us or speak to us directly? The answer lies in the incredible power of our sense of smell. Neuroscientists have discovered that smell is intimately linked to our memories and emotions in a way that no other sense can match. A single whiff can transport us back in time, flooding us with vivid memories and intense feelings. What if spirits are tapping into this power? What if they're using these phantom scents as a direct line to our hearts and minds? Think about it. When you smell your mother's favorite flowers or your father's pipe tobacco, doesn't it feel like they're right there with you? That's not just nostalgia. It's a connection that transcends the physical world. Countless people have reported experiencing these otherworldly aromas. A widow catches the scent of her husband's cologne as she's packing up his clothes. A man smells fresh-baked cookies in an empty house, reminding him of childhood afternoons with his grandmother. These aren't just tricks of the mind. They're messages from the other side, reaching out to comfort, guide, and remind us that we're never truly alone. But it's not just personal scents that carry spiritual significance. In cultures around the world, specific aromas have been used for centuries to connect with the divine. Think about the incense burning in temples and churches, the sage used in smudging ceremonies, or the essential oils used in meditation practices. These aren't just pleasant smells. They're keys that unlock the doors between our world and the spiritual realm. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds a bit far-fetched. How can I be sure these scents aren't just in my head? And you're right to be skeptical. But consider this. These olfactory experiences often come with a sense of presence, a feeling of connection that goes beyond just remembering a smell. People report feeling a wave of comfort, a surge of intuition, or even receiving specific guidance along with these phantom aromas. And here's something even more intriguing. These scents often appear at moments when we're most open to receiving messages, when we're in a state of meditation, or that twilight zone between sleeping and waking. It's as if our spirit guides are waiting for those moments when the veil between worlds is thinnest, using scent as a bridge to reach us. But why would our guides choose to communicate this way? Think about it. In our noisy, visually overwhelming world, a subtle scent can cut through the chaos like nothing else. It bypasses our logical mind and goes straight to our emotions and memories. It's a gentle nudge, a whisper that says, "Pay attention. I'm here." So what does this mean for you? It means that every unexplained scent could be carrying a message just for you. That whiff of roses when there's no flower in sight. It might be your grandmother letting you know she's watching over you. The smell of the ocean in your landlocked apartment. Perhaps it's a reminder of a promise you made to yourself long ago. The key is to stay open and aware. The next time you catch an unexplained scent, don't just brush it off. Take a moment to pause. Close your eyes and breathe it in. What memories does it bring up? What emotions does it stir? There might be a message hidden in that aroma, a piece of guidance tailored just for you. Have you ever felt like the universe is trying to tell you something? Like there's a hidden message in the numbers you keep seeing everywhere? You're not alone. Millions of people around the world report experiencing a strange phenomenon, repeating number sequences that seem to pop up at the most uncanny moments. Imagine this. You wake up at exactly 3:33 a.m. Later, your coffee costs $3.33. Then, you get an important call that lasts exactly 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Coincidence? Maybe. But what if it's not? What if these numbers are actually a cosmic code, a secret language the universe uses to communicate with you? Here's where it gets really interesting. These number sequences often show up during pivotal moments in people's lives. When you're facing a big decision, going through a major change, or feeling lost and confused, suddenly these numbers start appearing everywhere. It's like the universe is nudging you, trying to get your attention. But why numbers? Well, think about it. Numbers are universal. They transcend language barriers. They're precise, yet mysterious. And they've fascinated humanity for millennia. Ancient mathematicians and philosophers believed that numbers held the key to understanding the universe. What if they were right? Now, you might be thinking, come on, this is just my brain noticing patterns. And you're not wrong. Our brains are wired to recognize patterns. It's how we make sense of the world. But here's the thing. What if this pattern recognition is actually a tool, a way for our spiritual guides to break through the noise of everyday life and reach us? Consider this. Many people report feeling a profound sense of reassurance or guidance when they see these repeating numbers. It's not just about seeing the numbers, it's about the feeling that comes with them. A sudden surge of clarity, a moment of peace in the midst of chaos, a gut feeling that you're on the right path. But it gets even more intriguing. Different number sequences are said to carry different messages. For example, many people associate the number sequence 111 with new beginnings and spiritual awakening. It's like a cosmic green light, signaling that it's time to start that project you've been putting off, or take that leap of faith you've been hesitating about. And then there's the famous 1111. How many times have you looked at the clock and seen those 4 ones staring back at you? In the world of spiritual numerology, 1111 is often seen as a wake-up call, a reminder to pay attention to your thoughts and feelings in that moment. It's like the universe is saying, "Hey you, yes you, listen up. This is important." But it's not just about 1111 or 1111. Each number sequence is believed to carry its own unique vibration and message. The number 7, for instance, is often associated with spiritual growth and introspection. If you keep seeing 7s, it might be a sign to slow down, reflect, and look inward. The number 3, on the other hand, is linked to creativity and self-expression. Seeing lots of 3s, it could be time to let your creative juices flow, Now, you might be wondering, if these numbers are so important, why haven't I noticed them before? Well, here's the thing. Once you start paying attention, you'll be amazed at how often they show up. It's like buying a new car and suddenly seeing that model everywhere. The numbers were always there. You just weren't tuned into them. But here's where it gets really powerful. Many people report that once they start acknowledging these number sequences and seeking their meanings, they begin to feel a deeper connection to their intuition. It's like they've unlocked a new level of communication with their spirit guides. Suddenly, making decisions becomes easier. They feel more aligned with their purpose. Life starts to flow in a way it never has before. Of course, skeptics will say this is all just confirmation bias. We see what we want to see. And they have a point. But ask yourself this: does it really matter if it's real or not? If paying attention to these numbers helps you feel more connected, more guided, more in tune with yourself and the universe, isn't that valuable in itself? What if I told you that the universe has a way of communicating that goes beyond words, numbers, or even physical sensations? Imagine you're sitting in a quiet room, eyes closed, when suddenly a brilliant flash of light explodes across your vision. It's gone in an instant, leaving you wondering if it was real or just your imagination. But what if that fleeting moment of illumination was more than just a trick of the eye? You're not alone in this experience. Countless individuals have reported seeing unexplained flashes of light, particularly during meditation or moments of deep introspection. These aren't just random occurrences. They could be signs that your spirit guides are reaching out to you. Think about it. You're in a state of heightened awareness, your mind open and receptive. Suddenly, a burst of light appears behind your closed eyelids. It's as if the universe is saying, "Hey, pay attention. We've got something important to tell you." But here's where it gets really interesting. These light phenomena aren't just limited to meditation. People have reported seeing bright lights in dark spaces, or even in broad daylight. It's as if the veil between our world and the spiritual realm momentarily lifts, allowing a glimpse of something beyond our normal perception. Now you might be thinking, isn't this just my brain playing tricks on me? It's a fair question. After all, we're taught to trust our logical minds and be skeptical of unexplained phenomena. But what if there's more to it than that? Consider this. A study on the neurological effects of meditation found that individuals often report visual phenomena, including light, during deep meditative states. Scientists attribute this to altered brain activity and heightened states of awareness. But could it be that this altered state is actually allowing us to perceive something that's always there, just beyond our normal senses? Here's another fascinating aspect of these light experiences. Many people report that they often coincide with significant life events. Maybe you're facing a tough decision, or you're in the midst of emotional turmoil. Suddenly there's that flash of light. It's as if your spirit guides are saying, "We're here, you're not alone in this." In various spiritual traditions, these bright lights, or orbs, are interpreted as manifestations of spirit guides. They're seen as a way for these otherworldly beings to provide reassurance and guidance during challenging times. It's like a cosmic pat on the back, a reminder that you have support from realms beyond our physical world. But it's not just about seeing these lights in the moment. Many people have reported capturing mysterious orbs of light in photographs. These aren't just lens flares or dust particles. They often appear in meaningful places or during significant events. It's as if our spirit guides are photobombing our lives, leaving behind evidence of their presence. Now, here's something to really blow your mind. What if these flashes of light are more than just signs of spiritual presence? What if they're actually moments of spiritual awakening? Many individuals report that after experiencing these light phenomena, they feel a profound sense of peace or clarity. It's as if that brief flash illuminates not just their physical surroundings, but their inner landscape as well. Think about how light works in our physical world. It reveals what was hidden in darkness. It warms, it energizes. Now imagine that same principle applied to your spiritual journey. These flashes of divine light could be illuminating parts of yourself or your path that were previously obscured. But here's the catch. You have to be open to receiving these messages. Just like you need to open your eyes to see physical light, you need to open your spiritual senses to perceive these divine illuminations. It's about cultivating a state of awareness and receptivity, being ready to receive guidance when it appears. So the next time you see an unexplained flash of light, don't just brush it off. Take a moment to pause and reflect. What were you thinking about in that moment? What challenges are you facing in your life? That burst of light could be illuminating the very path you need to follow. Stop what you're doing and take a deep breath. What if I told you that the comfort you've been seeking isn't just in your head, but actually all around you? Imagine feeling a gentle hand on your shoulder when you're at your lowest, a reassuring pat on your back when you're facing a tough decision. But here's the kicker. When you turn around, there's no one there. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Countless people have reported experiencing these phantom touches, often during their darkest hours. But what if these aren't just tricks of the mind? What if they're actual messages from beyond our physical realm? Let's dive into this mysterious phenomenon. These phantom touches aren't just random occurrences. They have a pattern, a purpose. They tend to show up when we're most vulnerable, when we're grappling with grief or uncertainty. It's as if an invisible force knows exactly when we need that extra bit of comfort. Now you might be thinking, come on, this is just my imagination running wild. And you're not entirely wrong to be skeptical. After all, our brains are incredibly powerful. They can create vivid sensations, even when there's no physical stimulus. But here's where it gets interesting. What if our brains are actually picking up on something that our eyes can't see? Think about it. How many times have you felt a sudden warmth wash over you, accompanied by an inexplicable sense of peace? Or a gentle pressure on your arm that somehow eases your anxiety? These aren't just random sensations. They're often described as nurturing gestures, as if someone is trying to comfort you from beyond. But don't just take my word for it. Countless individuals have shared their experiences of these phantom touches. One woman described feeling a comforting pat on her back while she was grieving the loss of her mother. Another man reported feeling a gentle squeeze on his hand as he sat by his wife's hospital bed, giving him the strength to stay strong for her. Now I know what you're thinking. This all sounds a bit far-fetched, and you're right to be cautious. But here's where science steps in to make things even more intriguing. Research has shown that physical touch has a profound psychological impact on us. It can reduce feelings of loneliness, ease anxiety, and provide comfort. So when people report feeling these phantom touches, they're often describing the exact emotional responses we'd expect from actual physical contact. But here's where it gets really intriguing. These phantom touches aren't just isolated incidents. They're often part of a larger pattern of spiritual experiences. Many people who feel these touches also report other signs of spiritual guidance, like seeing repeating numbers, experiencing vivid dreams, or hearing unexplained sounds. So what's really going on here? Are these truly messages from our spirit guides, or is there another explanation? Well, the truth is, we don't have all the answers yet. But that doesn't make these experiences any less real or meaningful for those who have them. Here's something to consider. What if these phantom touches are a way for our spirit guides to bridge the gap between their world and ours? Think about it. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with visual and auditory stimuli, a gentle touch might be the most effective way to get our attention. But don't worry, these phantom touches aren't anything to be afraid of. In fact, many people report feeling a sense of warmth and comfort accompanying these sensations. It's as if these touches are meant to reassure us, to let us know that we're not alone in our struggles. So the next time you feel an unexplained touch, don't brush it off. Take a moment to pause and reflect. What were you thinking about in that moment? What challenges are you facing in your life? That gentle touch could be your spirit guide, reaching out, offering support and guidance when you need it most. Stop what you're doing and listen closely. What if I told you that your spiritual guide is trying to reach you right now? Imagine a world where every song, every coin, every dream is a message just for you. But here's the catch. If you're not paying attention, you might miss it entirely. Are you ready to unlock the hidden language of the universe? It's time to open your senses to the subtle signs all around you. Your guide is waiting, speaking in whispers beyond words. But this isn't just about listening, it's about experiencing. Picture this. You're walking down the street when suddenly a warm breeze caresses your cheek. That's not just the wind, it's your guide reaching out. Or you wake up with a song in your head that perfectly describes your current situation. Coincidence? I think not. Here's where it gets real. Your guide is always with you, hiding extraordinary messages in ordinary moments. Are you ready to see the world through new eyes? To turn everyday experiences into profound spiritual encounters? The power is in your hands. Will you take the first step?